Everything I thought was solid in my life cracked the night I discovered my wife's betrayal. I gave her a chance to make amends, setting strict boundaries, but I still find myself torn. Should I ease up and risk being hurt again, or accept that trust can't be repaired and let go? A close friend was blunt with me. If I can't rebuild trust, divorce may be the only answer. I'm 30, she's 31. We've been together for 5 years, building a life I believed was steady. But last year, that illusion collapsed. She had been out with her usual group of friends, including a man I'd always been uneasy about. Normally, she came home around midnight, but that night she stumbled at 5 a.m, drunk and detached. For days, she barely spoke to me. When I pressed her relentlessly, she finally confessed, and her words destroyed me. I left that night, suitcase in hand, while she pleaded for me to stay. I needed space. For several days, I stayed at a friend's place, trying to make sense of it all. When we finally talked, she was full of remorse. She promised to do whatever it took to fix what she'd broken. Against my better judgment, I agreed to give her a second chance, but under conditions. She was to cut all ties with him, give me complete access to her phone and computer, and stop going to bars or clubs without me. She accepted instantly. Over time, she drifted from her entire circle of friends. I never demanded that, only that she avoid him, but she said it was impossible to stay close with people who continue to defend him. I didn't check her phone, and though I occasionally went with her on outings, nightlife wasn't my scene. Still, our connection felt empty. I considered loosening the rules, but the memory of her betrayal wouldn't fade. A friend's words rang in my ears. If you can't trust her, it's over. And maybe he was right. I still loved her, but the happiness we once had seemed to vanish. She claimed she was content with me, but the light in her had gone out. Before everything fell apart, we'd been deeply connected. We spent weekends hiking, camping, climbing, traveling together. Our date nights were something we both looked forward to, and intimacy was never lacking. The only wedge between us had always been her passion for the club scene, something I never shared. After the affair, even that world turned on her. Her friends defended the man and criticized her for cutting ties. She became isolated. Our marriage now felt like a shadow of what it once was. We tried going back to hikes and dates, but they were rare and physical closeness dwindled. She still reached for me, but I couldn't respond. During one of our talks, she said she was committed to me, even if that meant never making her own requests again. She admitted her mistake completely and took full responsibility. I suggested therapy. She agreed without hesitation. I wasn't hopeful, but I owed her effort, especially since she had abided by my conditions for a year. Still, a quiet voice inside whispered, I may never trust her again. If therapy failed, I would be ready to let go. 3 months later, we had started sessions. It took time to find therapists who suited us, but we pushed through, facing painful conversations. Eventually, I asked the question I've been avoiding. Why him? Why betray me? She admitted it wasn't love or even pursuit. It was curiosity. A friend had told her about her own experience with him. That night, fueled by alcohol, she gave in to temptation. The regret, she said, was immediate. Therapy forced me to confront truths I hadn't admitted to myself. My conditions weren't just about trust. They were punishment. And in one session, I told her plainly. She confirmed my deepest fear by cheating with the one man I'd always worried about. In time, I understood something I hadn't wanted to face. Trust was gone for good. That was the turning point. We both knew it. Our marriage had ended long before we admitted it out loud. We've chosen divorce. Thankfully, with no children or shared property, it will be simple. We're financially independent. It's painful, but strangely freeing too. In truth, the end had already arrived a long time ago.